Okay, hi everybody. I am with a friend here, Pat Caputo, who is the mother of quilling in North America. And I'm at her home today in her backyard. And the reason I'm here is because I met her about a year and a half ago to do a video about her business with quilling and how she got started and the success of it. And while we were in her workshop, I looked out the window and I had noticed some birds, some pretty birds in the bird feeder. And I remarked on how nice the view was from her workshop. And she mentioned that she had a meditation garden in her backyard that she'd been growing and creating over the years, and she invited me to come back to see it in the spring. This was actually January, I think,
right,
that we filmed the video. So of course that was a year and a half ago. We went an entire year without me coming back, but finally I contacted Pat and told her I wanted to come see her garden, so she invited me back last week and I came out to see it, and I decided, I have to share this with everyone. So I came back today so that Pat could share her garden with everybody here. So thank you so much, Pat, for sharing and opening up this beautiful place for everyone to see.
Yeah, this is so special for me. I love it. This is my sanctuary.
I believe it is. She gave me a tour last week and I fell in love, and I could see why she would want to spend her time out here. So she's going to show us around right now. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so this is the entrance of the beautiful meditation garden.
One of the entrances.
Okay.
And this is wisteria that's growing over the archway here. One of them blooms, one of them doesn't. The bigger one we had mourning doves nesting in last year, which was really
pretty,
because I could go right in there and look up at the nest.
Oh, so I wanted to show how you have these beautiful stone steps.
Yes,
in the
my best friend
entranceway.
gave me these. They brought joy and luck and peace, and I'm not sure what else, but she thought they belonged here.
They do. They do. They're nice. Okay.
And then the whole idea of the garden is, in addition to being peaceful, there's lots of little different pathways that you walk through. So every place you stop and look, you have a different view.
So what inspired you to start this garden?
Well, it was actually 13 years ago. My husband had back surgery that he had complications with, and he was partially paralyzed. He was really incapacitated for a long time. And that summer, I started working back here just to keep some sanity in my life. And I started small in the center. I thought I would like to have that area cleared to do Tai Chi in. And over the years, it's just kept growing. And it truly is a sanctuary. It's just such a peaceful, beautiful place to be.
I'm feeling very peaceful right now, actually, in here, among all this green, and the trees and the fresh air.
Yeah, the big trees obviously were here, but what I've tried to do is bed around the trees. Each bed has a different plant. This one has a lamium. This is something that I got from a friend, a couple of little pieces, and put it in, and it just went crazy. Other areas I have euonymus or sweet woodruff underneath, so each area has a different kind of a bedding. These, the canto, are all from cuttings from shrubs that I had, that I started back here.
Look at how they're doing out here.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And the evergreens are babies that I rescued from the woods.
Aww. Have a little bit of everything, right?
Yep.
That's nice.
And then this mossy area in the center, what I did when I cleared the ground, I went down on the other side of the woods here. There's a brook, and there's a lot of really mossy stuff growing on the side of the brook. So I dug up plugs of moss and just put them in. And now I have this carpet, which is wonderful. And I have fun stuff, Christmas ferns that I brought up out of the woods that I transplanted here. This is Trillium, which is gone by now, but it's my favorite wildflower. It's a 3-petal wildflower. This is Epimedium. This makes a really pretty flower in the spring. You have to come back early in the spring. Growing up, I grew up in New Jersey, and we had a standard yard. My mother planted tulips and daffodils. I was never really into plants and flowers till I came here and started wandering in the woods and finding all this cool stuff that just grows in the woods by itself. You know, lady slippers and jack-in-the-pulpits. And so over the years, it's really gotten to be. And over here, and you can see that the pathways are, you know, there's all different levels. We've kept it as natural as we could. Putting in some steps so that we don't take a header walking on the uneven ground.
Right.
And the wind chimes, I love wind chimes. And I have a number of them all over the yard. The green one in the back there, that one's in memory of my dad, who died last summer. And my sisters thought, they know how much I love wind chimes. They said, this would be the perfect gift for you. And I said, when the wind blows, he's talking to me.
Oh, that's
we have one
nice.
up in a dogwood tree, too, for Ross's mom. It's just such a nice remembrance. And then this little lower pond here is actually just a frog pond. I love the sound of the water. Just relaxing.
It is very relaxing. They have CDs of the water, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love the bridge, though. It's so nice. And it's nice how the water is coming in through that.
Yeah.
Little brook. Pretty.
When I first started, I had just a dry stream. And I had people that would, if they went any place, I'd ask them to pick up a little stone. Oh, there he is. Told you he'd hop out at us.
Where is he? Come here, buddy. Come on.
See him?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
There he is. He just jumped out right at us. How funny.
He does that a lot, that particular one. Like I said, he likes to sit in the opening here on the stones. These are, we reset them a year ago, so they're not covered with moss yet. And he'll sit there, and as I walk, he just dives right in.
He likes to make the grand entrance, it looks like. It's nice to have a place to, you know, call your sanctuary, away from all the craziness of, you know, of your days. And
well, and especially, you know, because I work at home, I'm never away from my work.
Yeah.
So sometimes it really, I need to get outside and in here to be away from it. And my husband will say, somebody calls and they're looking for me, he'll say, no, she's hiding in the woods. Because he knows I don't want to be disturbed. And there's a natural fern bed here that's just absolutely beautiful that I've not touched because it's so pretty.
Yeah, this is so neat. All these ferns.
And this is a twisted pine, which I bought on sale at a nursery. And it's twisted.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Really
you can
cool.
see the leaves are twisted.
I'm hoping there's enough of a break in the canopy here that I think it'll probably do okay. It's been here. This is its second year.
Giant leaves.
This will get bright red when it's finished.
Wow. That doesn't look real.
Yeah, I know. It's funny too because a lot of people, when they see it, they think, "What is it?" When I say it's a jack-in-the-pulpit, they're surprised.
I would have never thought of bamboo.
No,
out here. But yeah.
I just thought it was because the garden to me has sort of an oriental flavor. It's not like a true Japanese garden because I don't have the hills and the rocks and all that kind of stuff, but the winding pathways and the feeling. You know, the serenity of it to me is, and I love sitting out here. When I sit out here, and sometimes I'll just sit out here with a cup of tea, or sometimes I'll sit out and read, and because I'm by myself and it's quiet, you know, I get to watch the chipmunks and the squirrels and the birds come.
Yep. And I'm sure they're very accustomed to you here now, so you're you're part of the the
Oh, yeah, part of
atmosphere,
the
right?
scenery.
Exactly.
And even the dogs, when the dogs come out, especially the two little ones, when they first come out, they're noisy. But if I'm sitting down, they'll come and lay down. The little one lays under the bench, and the other one is in my lap. And they say, "This is cool. We like this." And then the May apples.
Oh, there's an apple.
Yes. These are just about gone by, but in the spring, you can't even see the ground because they're so covered. And then they get this pretty white flower that's about this big. And then when the flower goes, they make their apple.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's good for anything. I haven't read about whether or not there's anything you can do with it, but I just think they're cool plants.
They are cool. Oh, there's another one there. Yeah.
Yeah. This whole area is just totally covered with them in the spring. You can see now that they're starting to go down, and
So the whole plant just
it'll
very
die back into
seasonal,
the
right?
ground and gone.
Okay.
And now that I'm not doing as much new work on it, I'm putting in little places to sit and just enjoy it. The bamboo bench my sisters gave me.
That's neat.
And Russ and I have picked up some of the stone lanterns. And I have actually, I think I told you my son was married back here.
Yes.
And
That must have been spectacular to have a wedding back here.
It was wonderful. I mean, they walked in from over the little bridge there and came through the woods here, and we were all spread out. And they had I can't remember if it was a trio or a quartet that played music. And the Justice of the Peace was here, and it was just beautiful. My daughter-in-law's mother and father are Native Americans, so they did a Native American wedding blessing, and she made these special little things to consecrate the ground, that it was a special place. And then when it was done, we let butterflies go.
Oh.
It was so cool.
Oh, what a special wedding, huh? Special ceremony.
What could look more like a cathedral when you look out?
Exactly. Exactly.
The only thing we were missing were the stained glass windows. And I'm not going to tackle that one.
Yeah, no.
And then this is our little pond.
Okay, so coming up this little
A
bridge.
nice selection of
This is so neat.
fish. Half the selection we used to have because his cousin came and ate the
Yeah, this
Ate the
guy's
fish.
cousin discovered the fish pond.
and had breakfast.
And this guy, tell us about this big guy, how long you've had him and what's up with him.
I'm not sure how old he is. He's got to be probably 12 years old anyway. It's our first pond. I think he was in our first pond. And he is just big fish.
Yes, he
Saying
is.
if things get really tough, we know we have dinner.
You have several dinners
like,
there. Yeah. Yeah, he's a koi, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Even watching fish to me is very
That's why so
therapeutic.
many people have aquariums and
Yep.
have them in doctor's offices in the waiting room.
So pretty. You have nice rocks around it. You say you have to move this guy every now and then, right?
I move him every day.
Every day.
Every
Okay.
day, and I have bamboo set up in different places so I can just stick him on the bamboo pole, because that way when his cousin Harry comes, he'll say, "Oh, there's already somebody there eating, so I'll keep going."
Pat, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful garden with everybody.
Yeah, I'm really glad to get the chance to share it. I always tell people about it.
Yeah, I mean, you put so much hard work into it and love and care over the years. It's obvious to see, and it's nice for people to see that too.
Yeah.
And
It's just such a great place to be. I never have to leave home. My daughter tells me I should get out more.
this is your out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you again so much.
You're welcome.